Somebody better call up Bill Nye because this right here is not making any sense. Welcome to the Mindset Elevator, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you all so much for hopping by on the Mindset Elevator. I hope you guys have been taking good care of yourselves as we ease through the month of June. Time is going very fast, so make sure you don't get left behind. Keep moving with time, okay, guys? Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into this video, okay? Understand that people have put you under a microscope of sorts, okay? People are watching you very closely. They are about to make their hypothesis about you. They're about to try to find what there is to be found out about you, their findings, okay, their gatherings. People have put you in this sort of position here where they're going to try to uncover everything about you. And the only way to do this is to watch and observe you very closely, very diligently in a way, very studiously. It's almost like people have made it their mission or their homework, their chore, to watch you and to grill you and to stalk you and to lurk on your life and to watch the comings and goings of your life and to see what is it can they find out about you, okay? Just like any science experiment, we've done those in school, especially those who have a science background. Kudos to all of you. But in this situation, it's very diabolical. It gets very strange because understand that people, when they're watching you very closely, they're doing this for a couple of reasons. One, like I said, it's almost like they're trying to see the ins and outs. How do you operate? What is it that you do? Why do you do this that leads to that? It's like people are trying to make sure that they have all their sort of findings laid out very carefully. They need to see why you do the things that you do and what happens when you do these things. People are watching you very closely because they want to take notes. So if it's something favorable or things that are favorable that are happening for you, they want to be sure that they watch you very closely so that they can copy and take notes and be sure that they have you down pat so that they can somehow make that happen for themselves. You understand? It's like watching a botanist teacher show children or show adults, anybody who's learning, how to grow a plant, how plants grow, so that they themselves can get their own little, pot with the soil and the seeds and do it as well, right? Because you learn from being taught, you understand? You learn from instruction. So these people, right? They'll watch you very closely. They have you under a microscope. It's almost like with the binoculars as well. Like they're zooming in, getting up close and personal into your life to make sure that they're getting everything that they need, all the information, all the tea, all the insight that they need on you. They're going to do that here so that they can follow you and they can copy you and they can fashion themselves to you. And this is really what it comes down to, okay? But the crazy sad thing about this situation is that rather than people watching themselves or kind of looking at themselves in the mirror and watching how they do things and why they're doing things that may not be leading to a favorable end for them or a favorable outcome for them, they're not too concerned about this. They're more concerned about what you're doing. What blessings are you getting based off of what you do or how you move? They're not paying enough attention to themselves, their own actions, their own ways of doing things that could lead them into a certain direction, okay? They're very misguided. They're not focused on the right things, okay? Understand that you're going to be around a lot of people. If you're already not, you probably are in a certain way or fashion under the microscope, under the very watchful eye of people who are trying to see how you do things. And a lot of times it's going to make you feel very unnerved. It's going to make you feel very uncomfortable, like you're being shadowed, like people are very too on you, okay? Too on you. It's like it's like when you go to the grocery store. I know this bothers me sometimes when I go to a grocery store or any place that has a lineup and there's somebody behind me who's a little bit too close and it's like, back up, It's like, you don't have to be that close. You don't have to be breathing down my neck. It's like people are watching you and looking at you and watching your cart, seeing what do you have in your cart? What do you eat? What do you drink? It's like people watch you very closely because people are very interested and invested in your life, okay? Very interested, but still want to diss you, right? These people don't know what they want from you. they don't respect you enough to care about how you really are. That's the thing. They only watch you closely to try to fashion themselves to you or try to spread lies about you. I'm telling you, people will watch everything that you do. And it's usually because of diabolical reasons. It's for bad-minded reasons. It's not always for the goodness, the greatness, to hail you up, to give you your props or praise. Nah, not all the time. These people will watch you. They'll put you under a microscope. You're like a specimen, a living, breathing specimen. You're like, what do you call it? You're like the lab subject. They're watching you. You're the one to be dissected in a way. I know that sounds pretty a little bit gory here, but you know what I mean. Essentially, you are the type of person that people want to really like take apart and try to see what you're comprised of here, what makes you tick, what makes you go faster, what slows you down, so that they can kind of like act accordingly to this. So if they see that this stresses you out, they'll do these things. If they feel like, oh, this gives you abundance, they'll try to stop these things from coming into your grasp here. Okay, so listen, I'm telling you. Somebody call Bill Nye. Bill Nye is needed. Bill Nye is required, right? No, but really understand that it doesn't take a scientist to know what these people are really doing here. It doesn't take a scientist. It doesn't take a brilliant, it doesn't take somebody who is like a wizard. You understand what I mean? To know that these people are putting you under a microscope, watching every little thing that you do to try to tear you down with your own way. Like they see how you move, they're trying to tear you down with your own qualities or with your own characteristics. And all the while they're neglecting themselves. I mean, why do all that? People are so invested in the wrong things these days, in the wrong people as well. I mean, it's one thing to try to look at somebody and be like, hey, they're doing pretty well. You know what? I see they're working really hard. I see they're doing big things. That's awesome. That inspires me. No, people will try to use your own characteristics against you and try to beat you at your own game when you're in your own lane. Okay, so it's very low vibrational for these people. They're wasting their time. You're working on yourself and they're working on trying to see how you do things so they can beat you too. It doesn't make sense. This is going to hurt them in the long run. Understand that. Don't feed into the drama, okay? Do not feed into the mayhem, because a lot of times these people are enveloped in it. They're swimming in it. This is all they know. This is all they dwell in. You don't want to follow suit here. Keep going down your rightful path and understand that no matter if you feel like you're being watched or if you feel like people are lurking or watching you heavy, understand that it's something that you should kind of get used to. I mean, of course, if it's like a really odd situation, take proper precautions, but understand that people will watch you. People will put you under a microscope. It's like every little thing you do. You will even have people, everything you do, they report to somebody else. Any little slip up you make, they're ready to go and tell that to people, okay? They're ready to go and spread that to people. They're ready to go and, make you out to be a really bad person. Understand that you have the power, you have the means to go higher and to be greater than you were yesterday, okay? And these lurkers are not going to have nothing to do with it. These scientists, people who think that they're running a lab and you're the main subject here, are going to quickly see that, listen, you are going your own way. You're doing your own thing. They can watch all they want, but you're still going down your path and they're neglecting theirs. Sooner or later, they're going to realize that what they've done here was all fruitless and they need to go back on their rightful path and water their own garden. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hopping on the elevator today, the mindset elevator. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys are all doing well. Leave in the comments if you enjoyed this topic and let me know what you think about this video. I really appreciate the feedback. I really appreciate the good vibes, guys. Keep elevating, everybody. Keep going higher. There's no limit to your success, so there should be no stops, okay? Keep going up. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.